Bitcoin is virtual money, but without any central bank or authority to maintain or vouch for your account or keep your account balance. Instead, it's all done in a decentralized manner using cryptography. It's traditional to explain anything that involves cryptography using Bob and Alice, so I'm going to do the same. To send or receive Bitcoins, both Bob and Alice will run Bitcoin client software on their computers, and they will create Bitcoin wallets. Each wallet is a collection of Bitcoin addresses, and each Bitcoin address can hold one or more fractional Bitcoin. Each Bitcoin address is essentially a unique public key, which is paired with a public-private key, and you can create these public-private key pairs for each transaction if you want to. For Alice to pay Bob some Bitcoin, Bob is going to have to send Alice a Bitcoin address where he wants to receive the Bitcoins, and Alice is going to use her Bitcoin client software to initiate a transfer from one of her Bitcoin addresses that contains the necessary amount of Bitcoins. And the client software is going to use Alice's private key to digitally sign a transaction that says send these many Bitcoins from Alice's Bitcoin address to Bob's Bitcoin address, and then send out this transaction to the network of Bitcoin miners. Now, Bitcoin miners are the key to success of the Bitcoin as a system, because these miners will verify, of course, that the transaction is from a legitimate owner by using Alice's public key to check her signature, digital signature. And they will bundle this transaction along with others that are occurring within a 10-minute or so time frame into a block of transactions and try to add this to an existing linked chain of blocks of transactions from the past, which essentially constitutes the public ledger for the Bitcoin that are in existence today for all the transactions. So this step requires actually running software on the Bitcoin miner's computer, where they compute a hash, which is basically converting the entire transaction block of information into a single number. And in doing that process, there is one number which is called a nonce that they vary. Try to keep changing that number until this hash comes out with some fixed number of zeros up front, and that's a very difficult problem to solve. As a reward for solving this problem, the miner who successfully computes that hash gets one transaction in there with about 25 Bitcoins assigned to them. So that's their reward. Now, once a block of transaction is added to a blockchain, it's computationally very time consuming to alter the previous transactions, so which ensures that no one can double spend Bitcoins. So that, in a nutshell, is how Bitcoin works.